Hey guys, what's going on? Someone Irish guy here, and no, I'm not taking a video of the floor. It's pretty late, just home from work, so I just thought I'd just make a quick video and show you my Airsoft gun collection as of date, which is the what day is it? The 15th of February, so the day after Valentine's Day. Yeah, so couldn't think of a better video to make, so I just thought I'd just show you what I have so far. So starting from the bottom, I'll show you all my cases, but first here's just a broken JG, well when I say broken, just stock, snapped. I've yet to get around it. I know it's an easy fix, like it's only a stock, the connectors are still working fine, but I want to get the proprietary part to fix the stock. Just my own stupidity, hit it off the corridor, I was skirmishing, broke, still works, but fix stock. Here's all my bags, which I have quite a few of. Got pistol bag, got my Evo Scorpion bag, got a long size padded bag, got a dump bag, well, you know, like a gym bag, which is very handy where I keep my A12 drum mags, a few spare mags and little bits bobs. Numerous backpacks with loads of parts, like molly attachments for whatever load I want to go to. This is just a target that I used to shoot at, but due to the fact that the BBs kept on getting everywhere, I just don't shoot it as much as I used to. But the odd time I have to test, and I just don't want to shoot at the window. Here's my go-to case, which I take with me nearly every game I go with. So I always keep it empty because I'm not sure what guns I want to use. As you can tell from the dust, it's been a while since I've been gaming, but just due to the fact that I've just got a lot on my plate at the moment, I haven't got the time really. By default, there's always, I try my best to always keep my go-to mid-cap M4 mags, a dump bag, a beanie, my gloves, and always I try to keep a minimum of 2 spare CO2 cartridges because I always seem to forget to take my CO2 cartridges. That's just a bit of OCD that I have, so yeah. Here I have my office chair and a bin, which I actually never thought to take for granted to invest in. Just a regular bin. That's a tap die kit with just a rag. As you can tell, I'm finished work, so nice bottle of beer to finish. Here's my workbench, which I've given up all hope. This is probably as clean as I'm ever going to get it, because every time I clean it, it always gets manky. So I just give up all hope trying to clean it. Here is my my welding thing stand. I just deliberately drilled the table because I kept on moving. As you can tell, I've got the best soldering iron ever. Just cheap old cheerful Mr. Price ones. They work for about, I don't know, 2 months and then they break, but they only cost €4 each, and for the amount of times I solder, which is very rare, I don't want to invest in a big heavy duty one, but it does the job for what it is I need to do. It's my APS Cam 870 CO2 fill charging thing. Yeah, it's a DJI kit on a bottle of Ultra Air green gas. There's some silicone spray, numerous parts, mostly a big long Maruzen, I think, M870 screw. I don't know, no barrel I think. Just numerous parts that I just don't want to throw out because I fear that I may need them. This part in particular, this black cylinder, is off an ASG Evo Scorpion, so I just don't want to throw that out because I may need it. That's a spring guide for a A&K M60. Got some gun grease. Numerous cotton buds, which don't take for granted, they come in handy a lot. Cable ties, small Phillips screw, numerous springs, super strong adhesive which really comes in handy, and you'll see in a minute. Got this crappy acrylic paint, which I recommend do not buy if you want to paint your airsoft gun. I made that mistake, which I'll show you. Duct tape, which is a man's best friend. Sanding stone if I want to make my guns look worn. No rail for spare parts. PTFE tape. Numerous tools which I will never get around to cleaning, so I just throw them in an old DC box. Wire cutters and other miscellaneous tools. precision tools, electrical tape, spare tablet plate for a V2, some grips, junior hacksaw and spare blades. And probably the most useful thing is my GoPro mount, because I used to own a GoPro and some iPro just in case I ever get scared and I'm afraid that what I'm after modding or fixing is going to blow up. I used to actually own a GoPro, believe it or not, but I just failed to use it the way it was meant to be used. And my very kind girlfriend, who is now my fiance, purchased this GoPro Lite, which is waterproof, rechargeable, all that jazz, for night games. But I never really took it for night games, so now it acts as my desk lamp, which is very unique and very handy. And here's my ultimate upgrade parts mat, which I if I remember, have cleaned once, and will probably never continue to clean it because it just keeps on getting dirty. So I'll knock that off. Alright, moving around behind, I've got my OCD pile, which I have, I'm not proud to say I've got very, very, very high OCD when it comes to stuff like this. But first, I've got my little mini AEP Tokyo Marui charger. I've got a micro USB charger for the flashlight. I've got my chronograph charger. A load of parts from an old Maruzen M870, which I will get around to fixing one of these days. A drone, which I hardly ever use. But I'm very proud of this. This is my OCD pile. This is what kind of just sums me up, because I do have very high OCD for shit like this, because I just can't stand having bags upon BBs and CO2 shells and crap lying around, especially batteries. Oh god. So I've got all my AAA batteries, IKEA's finest, cheap and cheerful, but they work. Got 30 gram 6mm, 20 gram 6mm, 28, 25s, which is something I use most. Here's my old 1887 shell, gun pouch. Got APS Cam 70 wads, I've got a lot of them. A crap load of CO2 shells. Speed loader, which I say on this one to only 99% have only 2 fires. And the small one for the finer stuff, 2.0s, 2.8s and 3.0s, the ones I hardly use. 2.5s are my go-tos. Got all my batteries, which I know is not safe to keep in a Tupperware box, but I've yet to invest in a Lipo safe bag. Got old Maruzen M870 M1100 shells, got grenade rubbers, got 4.5 steel BBs, got some red gas, got some miscellaneous screws, got sealing caps for my APS, got a CO2 adapter for green gas stuff, which mostly I use for my M203 grenades. Got a shitload of wads, got some spare Cam 870 shells. These are Dan Martin shells. Just miscellaneous things that I just don't want to have lying around, because I know they're worth a bit and I don't want to lose them. And some spare green gas. You can never have enough spare green gas. Anyway, enough of the boring stuff. Let's get on to the main guns itself. But first, here's my television. Isn't it nice? Okay, it's going to take some time. Starting from left to right, I have this old crappy Springer M500. It's crap, but it's something that I just really wanted to get because I love the Dark Knight and it looks very reminiscent to the gun that the Joker used. I have a B&T MP5 A2, I think, fitted with a front rail kit, dual clip mags, modified with a Titan gate. I have my KWA Chris Vector with a small mag and 2 full extended mags. I got my Apple Airsoft 6mm Pro Shop M1887. I have my APS Cam 870 full wood, Mark 1, not Mark 2. I have my A&K Randall. I have a Marusian Derringer. That's a spare mag off a KWA Mac 11. It's a Tokyo Marui Desert Eagle, which I have 2 of, one of which has been on loan to a friend because he's contemplating getting one, with a custom Kydex coaster. This is for the left side. I do have another one the exact same on the right side, which again my friend has. These are 2 SEMA mags for Tokyo Marui Glock 18 CAP. That's a Snow Wolf PPSH with a drum mag and standard long mag. It is my pride and joy, my go-to gun all the time. This is my ASG Evo Scorpion with a 375 box mag, a PTK grip, a GMP T1 QD sling mount, a Gemtech blackout suppressor, upgraded barrel, upgraded piston, upgraded you name it, upgraded the bollocks, CNC short stroke trigger, and all the other bits and bobs. And these are off a MP7 GBB by Tokyo Marui backup flip up iron sights. Behind that, I've got my VFC version 1 HK416 with a Tokyo Marui QD92601 suppressor with a classic army sawn off looking M23 grenade launcher with some Lonix flash mags, which I use quite often. I don't mind the rattle, but I much prefer, mid caps. But this gun is really, really good. It's completely stock, nothing has been touched internally. It's shooting at around all the time 0.8 joule, but it's really, really reliable. I've never had an issue with it whatsoever. Okay, pistols now. I have my Tokyo Marui high cap of 5.1. Completely stock. I've had this gun for 2 years. It's never let me down, and I use this gun with red gas. It's coming in at 0.99. Never given me an issue, and I don't intend on upgrading it until a part gets broken. Next, I have a Sima, whichever way you pronounce it, little mini hand cannon grenade launcher. Don't really use this that much, more of an impulse buy. I only bought this because I couldn't get an M17 bumper. That's basically it. Here's my Tokyo Marui 18 AEP pistol, which uses those small little 7.2 volt batteries that slot on the side. Again, completely stock. I'll put that on later on. There's a crappy ASG M9 Heavy Edition, which is named much because the gun sucks, but this is a really old gun and it still has gas in it, so very efficient. Here's my Umarex Legends MP40 CO2 with a 1 dual mag and a 2 dual mag. How I was able to get 2 dual mag, I will never know. The spare mag off of KWC 1911. This is the 100th anniversary edition, and here's the Railgun edition. So they both use the same mags, just one looks more tacticooler and one's more World War II style. Here's my A&K M60 Vietnam, which brings me on to that super strong adhesive stuff which I have had to put on to the charging handle, because the charging handle on these are weak as crap. In fact, duct tape is what's holding this thing on. It serves no purpose, it's just for functionality, but I like the guns to look as immaculate as ever can. This one has a Mad Bull, I believe 6.01 type ball barrel with the reinforced CNC hop-up chamber. Has a reinforced Apple Airsoft fully aluminium nozzle. Has better gears, I believe they're 16:1s. Has a GMP 120 high-speed gear, and just overall completely upgraded compared to the stock, which is kind of bad for me in case standards. But again, I use this gun quite a lot, so the stock, while it lasted, was pretty good, but it can really be upgraded, and I'm glad to say that it has been. Moving down, I have these two crappy ASG C75 PO7s, which do not work. They just don't work at all. They've never worked from day one. They use these really awkward looking mags. I'm going to remove it here one-handed. Sorry, 1 second. These single stack mags, the CO2 is contained in the rear, and the CO2 has a habit of falling out all the time, hence why duct tape is your best friend. Anyway, I never use them, just for show. And then I have my Tokyo Marui A12 with a 93 round box mag. I've got 4 more in the bag underneath, and 3 drum mags. Why I need 3? I don't know. That is a Gunhaven, just revolver. I never use it, just got it for show, looks nice. Can't use it, unfortunately. It's coming in way too hot at like 1.5 joule, and from what I know there's no way of downgrading them, so it's just a showpiece. I have an old Marussian STI shell ejecting gun, which yes, it still works, but being that it's shell ejecting, I just will never use it. And then finally, my oldest airsoft gun, which that's saying much, is an APS AK-74U blowback. I've had this gun for quite some time, and I'm proud to say it's still stock. Stock being that all I had to do was just replace a new piston. That was it, because I stupidly cranked up an 11.1 LiPo on it and thought this is great, high rapid fire, but the piston just shot itself. So everything stock, bar the piston, which is just standard V3 piston. Moving down, I have the miscellaneous side of all my airsoft collection, which is just, well, parts and other bits and bobs. That's a folding stock that I put onto my APS Cam 870 if I want to go for the old 90s police style. This is a Ronnie carbon kit for the Glock gas blowback, or for this case the AP. These are a lot of paintballs, which are 68 gram, which can be used in the ASG M203 grenades if you want to make a big tag spread, or you can use them in the APS Cam 870 because they fit perfectly in it. And then I have other parts here. This is off an old Tokyo Marui soap mod recoil shock. A few batteries, which I will get around to buying another recoil shock Marui gun, but in the meantime I've got spare batteries, spare shells, the package off the Titan Gate, which was installed for the MP5, which I showed you. There's my UFC chronograph, other things in here, which is a Calico Osprey silencer, which I will find the right gun to put onto it. I used to have it on my high Kappa 41, but didn't fit my damn holster, so I had to take it off. So until I find a proper gun that'll suit it, stays in the box. And then the box of numerous crap, which I just could not be bothered talking about. Spare barrel off an APS 170, spare pistol grip, what's this? The original trigger off the Evo Scorpion. I could be here all day. Just numerous parts which I just don't want to throw out because I may need them. Mostly all 4 grips. And then my box behind that, that's just all M4 mags. So I never run out of M4 mags. And that is basically it.